think that marketers view YouTube as largely a brand play, when in reality, it can be a very high-performing environment.
The way people consume content is changing. In this series, I'm sitting down with agency experts to hear about how they're staying ahead and delivering results. Today, I'm chatting with Darren D'Altorio, VP of Social Media at WPromote, about social media, YouTube, and how brands can tap into the power of creators.
YouTube users really have a different mindset. You don't really hear the word doom scroll associated with YouTube. You show up to YouTube with some kind of intent. That intent really creates an environment of engagement, and that's very different than what you tend to see across the larger social media ecosystem.
How does YouTube fit in with social?
Yeah, I mean, one would think arch nemesis, but not at all. You have to acknowledge that the customer spends time across these different environments. And so when we think about how we integrate YouTube, and more specifically YouTube for performance, it is such a natural extension of our social campaigns.
Can you talk about a case study where you had a client that needed to drive incremental performance and what kind of results they saw?
We organized a test where we wanted to mimic as close as possible the social ecosystem. So align KPIs to our social BAU, same assets running, which were creator assets in both environments. The results were pretty phenomenal. When compared to the BAU social tactics, we saw a 59% decrease in CPM. So we're getting better reach, better bang for our buck. We saw a 7% lift in actual click-through rate. And then the best part is we actually saw a 4.5 times increase in ROAS when measured against our social BAU.
And can you talk a little bit more about the success you've seen in partnership ads, where you've seen it work best, and what brands should be bringing to the table?
Partnership ads are the way that you can really leverage the strength and the exclusivity of the YouTube kind of creator community at large. So we work with a client in a unique space, a new parent consulting client, and they were really motivated to bring some creator content into the mix. So we actually partnered with YouTube BrandConnect to work with a few different creators within the network that specialize in this space. And we found that the content was just extremely high performing. In fact, within demand gen campaigns, we observed more than a third of all conversions within demand gen coming from these specific assets that were produced through the YouTube BrandConnect partner framework.
What are your top tips for marketers to fully take advantage of YouTube?
Yeah, so number one is aligning measurement. When you align the measurement framework, YouTube is gonna come into a whole new focus, and the value of it will really shine and start to stand out. Number two is gonna be access the best creators, right? There's a whole creator ecosystem that is available on YouTube. They know the platform, they know what works. And then number three is gonna be use what you have. You've got a creative gold mine sitting in probably other social platforms, tested, proven assets. Bring those over to YouTube and get off to a head start.